Think your leg strength is better than most people? You might be skipping one of the most powerful exercises for mobility, balance, and lower body strength without even realizing it. In fact, many people try the Cossack Squat for the first time and immediately think they're doing it correctly. But here's the surprising truth. A few tiny mistakes can completely change the exercise, making it less effective and, sometimes even putting unnecessary, stress on your knees and lower back. Before you perform another rep, let's make sure you're not one of those people. The biggest mistake I see is that people treat the Cossack Squat like a normal side lunge. They shift sideways, bend the knee, and come back up, believing they've mastered it. But that's only part of the movement. Another common mistake is letting the heel of the working leg lift off the ground. Some people round their back because they're trying to reach lower than their mobility allows. Others let their knees collapse inward or shift all of their weight onto the wrong leg. These mistakes don't just reduce the benefits, they completely change what the exercise is supposed to train. Here's something interesting that most beginners never realize. The Cossack Squat isn't just a leg exercise, it's also a mobility test. Every single repetition quietly tells you how flexible your hips are, how stable your ankles are, and how well your body can control movement from side to side. That's why some people struggle with it even though they can squat heavy weights. Strength alone isn't enough. The secret lies in combining strength with mobility, and that's exactly what we're going to build today. Before we jump into the technique, imagine building a house. You could spend thousands of dollars creating beautiful walls and a fancy roof, but if the foundation is weak, the entire structure becomes unstable. Your body works exactly the same way. Your feet are that foundation. If they aren't stable, everything above them has to compensate. That's why mastering the setup is more important than rushing into the movement. Start by standing with your feet much wider than shoulder width apart. The exact distance depends on your flexibility, but a wide stance gives your hips enough room to move freely. Turn your toes slightly outward rather than pointing them perfectly straight ahead. This small adjustment usually feels much more natural and allows your hips to rotate comfortably. Stand tall, keep your chest proud, and imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Now here's the first detail that changes everything. Before you even move, tighten your core. Not by sucking in your stomach, but by bracing as if someone is about to lightly punch your abs. Think of your core like the steel frame inside a skyscraper. You rarely see it, but it's the reason the building stays standing during strong winds. Your core does the same job for your body throughout every repetition. From this strong starting position, slowly shift your body weight toward one side. Don't simply bend the knee. Instead, imagine sitting your hips backward and downward at the same time. The knee naturally bends while the opposite leg stays extended. Your movement should feel controlled, not rushed. Picture yourself lowering into a chair, placed beside you, instead of directly behind you. That simple mental image helps many people find the correct movement pattern instantly. Here's where another common mistake appears. As people descend, they often allow their working heel to lift off the floor. The moment that heel rises, balance decreases and unnecessary pressure shifts toward the front of the knee. Keep the entire foot planted firmly into the ground. Feel pressure through your heel, the base of your big toe, and the base of your little toe. These 3 points create a stable tripod that gives you far more control. At the same time, pay attention to your extended leg. Many beginners forget about it completely. They let the knee bend or allow the foot to rotate randomly. Instead, keep that leg as straight as your mobility comfortably allows. You should feel a gentle stretch along the inner thigh. Don't force it. Stretch should never mean pain. Your body is learning a new range of motion, and patience will always beat aggression. Let's talk about your knees because this is where people become nervous. You may have heard that your knees should never travel forward. That's actually an oversimplification. During a proper Cossack squat, the knee naturally moves forward a little as your hips descend. The important part isn't stopping that movement. It's making sure the knee follows the direction of your toes instead of collapsing inward. When your knee tracks naturally, your joints work together the way they were designed to. Now look at your upper body. Some people lean so far forward that the exercise starts looking like a bow instead of a squat. Others try to stay perfectly upright and lose their balance. The correct answer sits somewhere in the middle. A slight forward lean is completely normal because it helps counterbalance your hips. Keep your spine long, your chest open, and avoid rounding your lower back. Imagine balancing a glass of water on your back. You want smooth, controlled movement without spilling it. Breathing plays a much bigger role than most people think. Before lowering, inhale deeply and brace your core. Hold that tension as you descend. As you drive back to the starting position, exhale steadily through the hardest part of the movement. Good breathing isn't just about oxygen. It creates stability throughout your torso, helping you move with far more control and confidence. Here's a light bulb moment. If you're constantly losing balance during this exercise, the problem might not be your legs at all. It could actually be your eyes. Instead of looking down at your feet, choose a point straight ahead and keep your gaze fixed there. Your balance system relies heavily on visual information, and this tiny adjustment often makes the movement feel instantly more stable. If you struggle to reach full depth, don't worry. Depth should never come before quality. Only lower as far as you can while keeping your heel planted, your spine neutral and your movement under control. Over time, your hips, ankles, and inner thighs will gradually allow a deeper position. Mobility is earned through consistency, not forced in a single workout. Once your technique feels comfortable, begin slowing the exercise down. Instead of dropping quickly and bouncing back up, take 3 seconds to lower yourself. Pause briefly at the bottom while maintaining tension, then rise smoothly. Slower repetitions expose weaknesses that speed often hides. They also teach your muscles how to stay strong throughout the entire range of motion, rather than only at the easiest parts. As you become more advanced, you can increase the challenge without sacrificing form. Hold a light dumbbell or kettlebell close to your chest to create extra resistance. Surprisingly, many people find that holding a small weight actually improves their balance because it helps counterbalance the hips. But remember, extra weight should only come after mastering perfect body weight technique. Another advanced tip involves your extended foot. Depending on your mobility, you may keep the heel planted with the toes pointing upward, or allow the foot to rotate naturally. Neither option is automatically right or wrong. Listen to your body structure instead of forcing a position that feels uncomfortable. Healthy movement always respects individual anatomy. Let's compare two people. One person performs 20 fast repetitions with poor control, collapsing knees, bouncing out of the bottom, and barely shifting their hips. Another person performs only 8 slow, deliberate repetitions with perfect balance and excellent posture. Which person will likely improve faster? Almost always the second one. Your body doesn't simply count repetitions. It learns from the quality of each movement. One of the greatest benefits of the Cossack Squat is that it trains movements most people rarely practice in daily life. We spend so much time moving forward and backward that our ability to move confidently from side to side gradually weakens. This exercise restores that forgotten skill while strengthening your legs, improving hip mobility, enhancing ankle flexibility, and developing balance all at the same time. If something feels uncomfortable, don't immediately assume the exercise is bad for you. Instead, ask yourself whether your technique needs adjustment. Are you keeping your heel down? Is your knee tracking over your toes? Are you shifting your hips back? Is your spine staying long? Sometimes fixing just one of these details completely transforms how the movement feels. Now let's put everything together. Stand with a wide stance. Turn your toes slightly outward. Brace your core. Shift your weight to one side. Sit your hips back and down while keeping your working heel planted. Allow the opposite leg to straighten comfortably. Keep your chest open, your spine neutral, and your eyes looking forward. Drive through your planted foot to return to the starting position under complete control. Then repeat on the opposite side with the same patience and precision. Here's your challenge. Right after this video, perform 10 slow and flawless Cossack squats on each side. Don't rush. Focus on balance, posture, and smooth movement instead of depth. Then pay attention to how your hips, inner thighs, and ankles feel afterward. You might be surprised at how much stronger and more mobile your body feels after just a few quality repetitions. Remember, nobody masters this exercise overnight. Every great athlete, every experienced lifter, and every skilled coach started exactly where you are now, learning one repetition at a time. Progress isn't about being perfect today. It's about moving a little better than yesterday. Stay patient, trust the process, and keep practicing. Your body will reward every quality repetition you invest. If you found this lesson helpful, keep applying these techniques in your workouts, and you'll build stronger legs, healthier joints, better mobility, and movement that feels powerful for years to come.